Have you ever had one of those client sessions where it was just super duper fun? And even though you're talking about some pretty kind of heavy things with your clients, it still remained very lighthearted and fun for both of you and your clients, right? And just that whole session just became so effortless and so meaningful, not just for your client, but you as well for the coach who facilitated that session for your client. And one of the ways as to our subconscious communicates is through metaphors. And there's a caveat with using metaphors, right? And we know, depending on the subconscious rewiring modality that you've trained in, we know that metaphors are really important because it is one of the ways that our subconscious mind communicates. And, when we forcefully use metaphors that our clients may not resonate with, then it becomes a bit tricky, right? But when your client just gives you an amazing metaphor, it really just makes so much fun, makes that session so much fun. And so let me give you an example here. So interestingly, a few years ago, almost a few years ago now, I went to my mentor's live training for conversational hypnosis, and it was amazing. It was my first time, and I volunteered to be the person who actually did the session, who asked the questions, and when we had the demo. And it was really interesting because, first of all, when you kind of listen to yourself from a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, you cringe, right? You tend to cringe. Like, I always think that if you look at your past self, like a year to a year and a half ago, and you ain't cringing, then there's growth that needs to be done, right? And if you're actually cringing at yourself, it means that you have noticed a lot of your growth. And so, I cringed because of how I deliver the session, which kind of just goes to show how much I've grown. But anyway, within this session, the client who was I was doing the demo with, he gave a lot of metaphors, right? And it was really, really amazing because he came up with a metaphor. It was a lot of fun, and it kind of made the session a lot more interesting because he gave this metaphor about being on a train and the train tracks, and seeing the train tracks ahead of him and gaining more clarity. And it was interesting to have him describe his issue like that. His issue was, business related, right? And him talking about trains is very interesting. It's just an amazing way that our subconscious mind communicates. And, a caveat to using metaphors in your coaching or hypnosis sessions is that if you make shit up, if you make metaphors up, it may not resonate with your client. But if your client does start talking in metaphors, then it is a fantastic way for you to jump on that metaphor and utilize that, because that is what is going to create the breakthrough that your clients needed. And so, within this very first session, I just allowed him to talk about this metaphor, playing around with it, keeping him in that moment. And because of that, he gained clarity within his business that he actually truly needed just by talking about trains, right? Which is very interesting because sometimes when we talk about businesses, it gets very stressful and overwhelming. But when your client's mind gives you a metaphor such as trains and making it cool, making it very interesting, making it very happy, then it just allows their mind to put their own puzzle pieces together. Because what you want to also you really think about with the subconscious is that it's very, very intentional, right? The subconscious is very intentional. The subconscious will give a metaphor because it wants to. It's the best way it can describe it, because the subconscious doesn't really do the best with words, right? With languages that we speak. Our subconscious does well and describes what it really wants to describe via things like metaphors, like trains, train tracks, and whatever it is that our subconscious mind, or what that particular subconscious mind does. And I mean, personally, when I receive conversational hypnosis sessions, I talk a lot in metaphors. I don't like to visualize, but I do talk a lot in metaphors. And so it's such a powerful way to help your clients break through as well, because it really just speaks the language of the subconscious. And if you're someone who is interested in getting fast breakthroughs, getting breakthroughs for your clients using their own subconscious mind, which we both know is, our problems are stored in our subconscious mind, and that same solution is also stored in our subconscious mind. So if you want to have fast client breakthroughs, then one of the best ways you can learn is to know how to get breakthroughs at a deep subconscious level. And one of the things that I'll teach inside the next ACH training, advanced conversational hypnosis training, is how to use something like metaphors in order for you to break through your clients' problems, in order for them to receive the aha moments, in order for them to resolve their own issues. And talking about, the trains again, there was a specific way as to how I used that metaphor of the train to really allow my clients then subconscious mind to put the puzzle pieces together and receive the clarity that he needed. And so very, very interesting. And, the enrollments for the advanced conversational hypnosis training is still open. It's going to happen April 7th and 8th. Yep, so April 7th and 8th, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And so the link will be in the description below to sign up for it. It's really going to transform how your sessions go with your clients. Not only will the client experience be more satisfying for your clients, it's also going to bring a lot of fun, a lot of lightheartedness to your sessions, and it allows your clients to really crack open and open up with you because they trust you, because you're using their subconscious and you're actually using conversation, which is a normal human thing that we do. If you would just allow yourself to talk with your clients, not talk at them, not tell them what to do, but talk to your clients, then they'll trust you more. You'll be able to help them crack open into the amazing transformations that they get to have with you. The fulfillment for you is going to be completely more fulfilling and transformational. You grow as a person as well. Your breakthroughs are faster, which means that you can charge more for your services as well. I certainly have. And it's just really one of the toolkits that all business owners need, all coaches need, and all hypnotherapists needs in their toolbox, because it really just changes the game of how you deliver your sessions. It's going to be much more satisfying, much more fulfilling, and it's going to be a lot easier for your clients because it's a very relaxed approach, because you're really just talking to someone. And it's different from talk therapy, because in talk therapy, you focus on the past and conscious stuff. Conversational hypnosis focuses on the conversation with your subconscious mind, aka using some things like metaphors to help your clients' transformations. So link will be in the description below. If you have any questions, message me. Otherwise, I will see you soon.